Yesterday I went to a tourist office to look for the things I want to see, and I found a lot of them. It's time to get up. It is 10 o'clock in the morning. It's really easy to fall in love with this city. Welcome to a city that makes you feel special. Welcome to a city where you can catch the energy of the world's biggest stars. Welcome to Cannes! Cannes is resting, but every year in May there is the world's most famous and important and probably biggest film festival. The stars will once again arrive and fill the city with their pride, their confidence and new movies. But Cannes can also be really ordinary and quiet, as it was until 1830s, when the city started to transform itself to a vacation destination. Until that time, Cannes was a fishing town. About 100 years later, in 1946, the first Cannes Film Festival came to life. Next year, in 2016, will be anniversary, the 70th anniversary of Cannes Film Festival. Items in here are carefully collected and displayed, are in amazing shape. In addition to this museum, you got this amazing view. While you are in Cannes, you have to remember to visit the streets behind the main street and really explore those narrow passages with the stores, cafes and restaurants. Cannes are amazing in so many ways. It makes you feel special. But now I'm back at my car. Let's go and watch some sunset. It's raining today, so I'm thinking to stay at home, and I'm going to take a trip to a store, see if I can find something useful like butter. Somebody just crashed badly. Almost jumped up to the air and the Golf is totally smashed. I went to the store to find some butter and ended up with this list. Food for 23.30. It was a great discount on potatoes, 59 cents for a kilo. I bought myself 7.5 kilos of potatoes. I guess it should last for a while. When it comes to the great variety of price and different products, I think Leader Price in France is a great supermarket. I have been reading for some time and the book I read is really difficult to stop reading. It is Jane Auel with The Land of the Painted Caves of the children's series. I think it is fascinating. It is so much research behind this book. Everything in this book happens 30,000 years ago in France. It's just an amazing book to read. I have done some other things as well the past week. Things such as separating the space between living room and driving room. It helps a lot to keep the heat inside here when I use my gas heater. This is the heater itself, and here we have the pipe, and I build this thing to keep the heat away and attached it with this thing. It's just an amazing thing. It's like a resin epoxy or some kind that resisting up to 300 degrees and can repair metal. I've been busy improving my life in this van and I just love it. After 2 months, and I love it more and more. It is time to make some dinner, and today in the store I found this. This is meat surrounded by some kind of bread, and I had to ask one of the other people in the store what it might be. So this is the first time I'm trying to prepare it. It is always a good idea to mix mushroom and onion. I'm really looking forward to taste this thing. Always prepare meat first, because meat always has to rest before consuming it. So always prepare meat first. It looks so good. Just that. And this is something I'm really excited about. This is so good. And yes, this is one of my favorites from now on. This is one of my favorites from now on. I never tasted anything like it. And it's just so good. Some people say it is good to be home. And I tell you, yes, it is good to be home. Especially if your home is where you like it to be. And my home today is in Cannes. I'm leaving Cannes and going to Fréjus. Some local travel agency have recommended me strongly to go and see the seaway between the Fréjus and Huérès. And I'm going to do that. Let's go! Now I just arrived to Fréjus, and here is a lot of ruins, and I just can't stop wondering what it is. It might be the rests of the old castle or something. I'm not exactly sure, but it can also be the old wall of the city, the remains of it. I just found out that this is remains of the old arks that was transporting water around the city. have to say this nougat looks amazingly good. Let's taste it. I finished reading Land of Peyton Caves and had to buy myself a new book, and I bought myself, of course, George Orwell 1984. It's not exactly a new book. First published in 1949, it became like a, you know, the biggest book of the 20th century, I think, and it's just shame of me that I never read it, even if I had it in Norwegian though. So I'm looking forward to read it. I have my dinner with exotic crops today. Ukrainian Grechka. I just changed some plans, and it happens sometimes, and you need to follow and look where I end up. I promise you this season I am going to visit amazing places. Subscribe to Need to Explore.